Are you ready for some great meal ideas? Well, come along with me while we go through this week's What's for Dinner. Great, easy, simple recipes for weeknight meals. Hello, family and friends. I'm Susan, and welcome to my home. And on this week's menu, we have tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich, Southwest salad, chicken tikka masala, and cooked cabbage and kielbasa. And it's Monday night, and I'm going to make something that's really quick and simple tonight for supper. Some tomato soup my way, and a grilled cheese sandwich to go along with it. So, quick, easy, simple, and so warm on a cold night. My ponytail is already up. Let's get to cooking. And I'm going to go ahead and start the tomato soup first. I'm going to basically put some tomato soup, plain old individual tomato soup, into a bowl. And then when it warms up, I'm going to add some cream cheese. That makes it extraordinary. And for the grilled cheese sandwich, it's just going to be plain old Deli Deluxe Kraft, some butter in the frying pan, and some bread. But whenever you combine it all together, it is magical. I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter in the pan and let that be melting. And then we will add the grilled cheese. And the butter has now melted. I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. I have 2 slices of cheese on bread, and I'm going to add that to the pan. And I'm going to turn it down to about a medium. I'm going to cover it. That way it'll help melt the cheese and let this brown up on one side. And I'll bring you back whenever I flip it. And I just flipped the grilled cheese. It's looking really good and brown. So I'll get it brown on the other side just like that. And now, with the soup boiling nicely, I'm going to turn it down. And I'm going to add the cream cheese to the tomato soup. I've only got about 2 ounces of cream cheese here. I probably only need 1, because I've only got 1 can. Put that in there. Let that 1 ounce of cream cheese get nice and melty in that tomato soup, and it will make it a lot tastier, to say the least. And I'm going to add a little bit of my Italian spices to it. Let's let that melt. Put the lid back on it and leave it on low. And then once the sandwich gets done, the soup should be done too. And here we go. Tomato soup, grilled cheese sandwiches. Quick, easy, simple, and nice, warm, and filling. It's what's for dinner Monday night. And it's Tuesday night, and instead of Taco Tuesday this week, we're going to be doing a Southwestern chicken salad. I'm going to grill some chicken up, put some Southwestern type vegetables in it. It is so good and so easy. So let's get going. My ponytail is already up. Let's get to cooking. And tonight I'm going to make my version of Southwest chicken chopped salad. It does call for a couple little things that I'm not putting in mine, but I am putting in, of course, the chicken. I just got to put it on my indoor grill and get that cooked up real quick. I'm going to chop up this onion, so I have some onion to put in my salad. I'm going to drain and rinse these black beans to put in the salad. I'm also going to open up this can of Mexican-style corn to put in the salad. I'm going to chop up this romaine. I'm going to use some of these tortilla chips, crumble them up to put on top. Kind of like croutons, but not chips. And I'm going to make a taco ranch dressing out of some taco seasoning, ranch dressing, and a little bit of lime juice. And some Mexican cheese, of course. So let me bring you along as I make my Southwest chicken chopped salad for supper tonight. Whenever I chop my romaine, I like to cut it down the center and then flip it over and then cut it down the center again. That way, whenever I make each of my cuts, you get small little pieces of the romaine and don't get any of the big, huge pieces for your salad. And I just simply cut my onion in half and then flip it over and cut slices in it. and then cut those slices into smaller pieces, and then I store those in my onion keeper in my fridge, and they can keep for about a week or more in the onion keeper. I really love it. And I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken on the indoor grill. I'm going to go ahead and do quite a bit of chicken. That way I'll have some chicken ready to put in other recipes whenever I need it. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper. And it's amazing how good chicken tastes just with salt and pepper added to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and close this up and let this cook for about 5 minutes, and then I will flip the chicken. And it's actually been 10 minutes since I put them in. I thought I'd go ahead and let them get a good head start. All right. Now, let me give it about 5 more minutes, and it should be done, and we'll be ready to make some salad. And here's the chicken. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the cooker. Nice and tender. Some of it got a little bit browner than other pieces, but that's okay. They'll be crispy bits, I tell you. And let me go ahead while this is cooling down just a little bit and make the dressing. So let me make the dressing that's going to go on this salad. Okay, it's going to be a ranch heavy kind of dressing. So I'm going to put a good little bit of ranch in there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to put a little bit of taco seasoning. Not much, just a little bit. You just want a little bit of flavor because this taco seasoning is pretty bold at times. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of lime juice. A couple drops. And I'm going to taste it until I like it. And then we'll see where we're at. And I wound up adding a little bit more taco seasoning and a little bit more lime juice. And now it's really good. So let's go ahead and build that salad. And I got a clean set of tongs. And I'm just going to go ahead and add some lettuce to the plate. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and add some black beans. And some corn. And I'm going to add a little bit of onion. Next on the list is going to be some of the chicken. And I'm just going to hold it and then cut it with scissors. All right, now we've got some chicken on. I'm going to go ahead and put the salad dressing on right now. I'm going to put some Mexican cheese on it. And crush up some tortillas to put on it, kind of like croutons. And Bud just grabbed him a crushed piece of tortilla. All right. There we go. Chopped chicken Southwest salad. It's what's for supper Tuesday night. And it's Wednesday night. And tonight I'm going to be making some Instant Pot tikka masala. The Six Sisters recipe is my favorite. And it's really quick. It's better if you let it marinate. Usually while you've gone to work. Forgot to put it in this morning. But we're going to let it marinate for about an hour in the fridge. And then we'll put it in the Instant Pot and let it do its magic. Along with some jasmine rice on the side. It's a good quick meal. So, my ponytail is already up. Let's get to cooking. And let's get the chicken into marinade for the Instant Pot tikka masala. Okay, I have got basically 2 big chicken breasts that I've cut into bite-sized pieces. I've got some lemon juice, salt and pepper. I've got paprika, ginger, turmeric, cayenne, garam masala. I've got whipping cream, Greek yogurt, And of course I've got some jasmine rice and some naan bread to use with the tikka on the side. So let's get it into marinade. It says to marinate at least 1 hour. I forgot to put it in this morning when I went to work. So let's go ahead and get it marinating, and then we'll let the Instant Pot do its magic. Now in with the chicken, let me get it where you can see it a little better. We're going to put in a cup of Greek yogurt. We're going to put in 1 tablespoon of garam masala. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. Oh, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I forgot the black pepper. Let me just put a little bit of black pepper in there. The beauty of the Ziploc bag is you can just put it in the Ziploc bag, seal it up, let all the air out of it, and then sit there and work all the spices and the yogurt into the meat. And that's what I do. I just sit there and let it absorb into the meat. Make sure all the spices are not clumped up. See how it's kind of clumped up right there? I'm going to make sure that that is distributed where everything has not a brown or a white. See how it's, you can see the color difference? I want to make sure that it is combined. Now I'll sit here and massage it until it all gets a nice little even coloring, which it's looking pretty good right now. Now, I'm going to put this in the fridge for an hour, let this marinate, and then we'll come back and we will make us some tikka masala. And it's been an hour. I've got the chicken out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on saute. And then it should tell me when it's hot here in just a minute, and then we'll put the chicken in when it says it's hot. And the Instant Pot is now hot. It is time to put the chicken in the Instant Pot and let it get going. And I'm just going to basically pour all of the chicken in. And I'm going to try to get as much of this, and it's steaming, out of this Ziploc bag as I can. And it smells good though. There we go. I think I've got just about everything I can out of the Ziploc bag. And I'm basically going to stir the chicken around while it's on saute and see if I can't get it to completely cook, and I'll bring you back whenever it looks like it's done so we can get to the second step. And the chicken is done now. I'm going to turn it off of saute, then I'm going to put in 15 ounces of tomato sauce, which I've just got pasta sauce, but about half of it. 5 cloves of garlic, 1, 5, ½ teaspoon of paprika, 4 teaspoons of garam marsala, and 4. Okay, ½ teaspoon of turmeric, 4 teaspoon of cayenne, ½ teaspoon of salt, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up real quick, and you'll see it turn from the white to a pink color. All right. And I'm going to put the lid on. And we are going to turn this on for 10 minutes, which is normally what I do rice for. And we'll come back whenever this is completely done. And it just pressure released, and I just stirred it around. As you can see, it looks a lot darker than it did because all the chicken is now cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream to it, which is the last step, and then stir it around. And it will be time to add with the rice and some good old naan bread. Okay, now that is ready to go on some rice. And I've got some jasmine rice, and I'm putting some of the chicken tikka masala on top of it. And I've got some naan bread for me to eat with it, and I'm just tearing it into pieces. All right. Okay, and here we go. Chicken tikka masala, some naan bread, and I'm ready to eat some supper. And that's what's for dinner Wednesday night. And it's Thursday night. And tonight I'm going to make something quick and easy. I'm going to make some cabbage in the Instant Pot and some kielbasa sausage. I am not a big sauerkraut person, so I would rather have the cabbage than I would the sauerkraut with this. But close to sauerkraut and weenies as I can get, or at least as much as close as I get. So my ponytail is already up. Let's get to cooking. And I'm going to go ahead and cut up this cabbage. As you see, I've cut the bottom already off, and I just basically go down the side. I think I'm going to do 2 sides. I don't need a ton of it, but it does cook down quite a bit. Now I've got them cut into pieces. I'm going to get the bigger ones cut down just a little bit more because they need to be about half the size they are. All right. Now, this is ready to go in the Instant Pot. So let me move you over there. Now I'm going to go ahead and take each of the cabbages and basically just fan them out. That way they will not be all clumped together. That way they can cook a little bit easier and a little bit better. And it's going to make a big pile, but it's going to cook down to a good little bit, but not a ton. So let me go ahead and bring you back whenever I get all the cabbage fanned out and in the Instant Pot. Let's get it cooking. Okay, and I've put about 6 cups of water in it, and I'm going to put in about 2 chicken bouillon cubes. And of course, that's the kind I use. And I've put 2 of the chicken bouillon cubes in. And I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. And we're going to get this sauteing, well, not sauteing, but pressure cooking up. I'm going to put it on about 20 minutes. It'll pressure up, and then it'll slow release, and then we'll see where the cabbage is. It should be good and tender. Here is what the cabbage looks like after I've let it cook for 20 minutes on pressure cook. And it is nice and tender, and that is perfect. Now I need to put some butter in this and some pepper, and then let me start on the kielbasa. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put the kielbasa in the pan and get it frying up. And I've got it on between medium and high. And it won't take long to get this done. And since the cabbage is already done, hopefully it won't take long to get all of it done. So I'll bring you back whenever this gets a cooking. And since the polskas are already cooked, all I had to do was heat them up real good. They're starting to brown just a little bit, but I don't like mine overly browned. So I'm going to go ahead and get them out onto a plate, and we can get everything else plated up. Okay, let's get some cooked cabbage on the plate. I'm going to put a lot of pepper on this because I love pepper on my cabbage. It should have enough salt from the chicken bouillon, but I put a little bit of it. Now I'm going to get a couple pieces of the polska. Like I said, I don't like mine overly done. Once they start getting a little too crisp, I don't like them. So that looks good for me. And here's supper tonight. Cooked cabbage, kielbasa. It's what's for supper Thursday night. I hope you enjoyed this week's What's for Dinner. 4 quick, easy meals that will make your mealtime a whole lot easier. And don't forget to come back next week. Every Sunday I put up a new video with 4 more easy and quick meals for your family. So until next week, have a great week. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Pinterest and ring that bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos.